Hello and welcome to the Old Fliers. Recently I listened to the audio production Masters of the Air on Spotify. I learned how a company known for making razor blades, Wilkinson Sword, made flak jackets for American aviators during World War II. How come? Wilkinson Sword, as the name suggests, started out as a manufacturer of swords and guns. It was founded in London in 1772 by Henry Knock. The brand quickly gained a reputation for crafting high-quality weapons. They obtained their first royal warrant from King George III in 1804, marking the company's recognition for its excellence in craftsmanship. In the late 19th century, Wilkinson Sword expanded its product line to include safety razors. In 1898, they introduced the Pall Mall razor, which became popular for its innovative design and quality. During the First and Second World Wars, Wilkinson Sword supplied swords, bayonets and other military equipment to the British Armed Forces. I would have thought that a British company with that history wouldn't be an obvious choice to make flak jackets for American bomber crews. It was in 1915 that the British Army Design Committee requested production of bomber shield body armour for their air crews as well as for soldiers. Bomber pilots were notoriously underprotected in the air from anti-aircraft bullets and fragmentation. The French company Etienne Mimard provided large portable shields made of steel or other durable materials designed to provide protection against shrapnel and other projectiles. The Experimental Ordnance Board also reviewed potential materials for bullet and fragment-proof armour, such as steel plate. A necklet was successfully issued on a small scale, which protected the neck and shoulders with interwoven layers of silk and cotton stiffened with resin. The Dayfield body shield entered service in 1916 and a hardened breastplate was introduced the following year. The British Army Medical Services calculated towards the end of the war that 3/4 of all battle injuries could have been prevented if an effective armour had been issued. The French experimented with steel visors attached to the Adrian helmet and abdominal armour in addition to shoulder epaulets to protect from falling debris and darts. These failed to be practical because they severely impeded the soldiers' mobility. In 1940, the Medical Research Council in Britain proposed the use of a lightweight suit of armour for general use by infantry and a heavier suit for troops in more dangerous positions, such as anti-aircraft and naval gun crews. By February 1941, trials had begun on body armour made of mangalloy plates. Mangalloy is a manganese steel alloy noted for its high impact strength. The armour was introduced in 1942. Wilkinson Sword began to produce flak jackets for bomber crews in 1943 under contract with the Royal Air Force. The majority of pilot deaths in the air were due to low velocity fragments rather than bullets. The Surgeon General of the United States Air Force, Colonel M. Grow, who was stationed in Britain, thought that many wounds he was treating could have been prevented by some kind of light armour. Two types of armour were issued for different specifications. Jackets were made of nylon and capable of stopping flak and fragmentation, but were not designed to stop bullets. Although they were considered too bulky for pilots using the Avro Lancaster, they were adopted by the United States Army Air Forces. There are several instances where American bomber crews were saved by body armour. One famous incident involves the crew of the B-17 Flying Fortress named Ye Old Pub. On February the 20th, 1944, during a bombing mission over Germany, Ye Old Pub was attacked by German fighters. Several crew members were injured, but many survived because they were wearing flak jackets, which provided protection against shrapnel and bullets. This incident highlighted the importance of body armour in protecting bomber crews during their perilous missions over enemy territory. Another example involves the crew of the B-17 named Memphis Belle. This aircraft and its crew became famous for completing 25 combat missions over Europe and returning safely to the United States. Throughout their missions, the crew relied on body armour to protect themselves from enemy fire. These examples demonstrate the critical role that body armour played in increasing the survivability of American bomber crews during World War II. In the early stages of World War II, armour for American infantrymen proved too heavy and mobility restricting to be useful in the field. It was in 1944 before development of infantry body armour for US troops restarted. A vest containing Duron plate, a fiberglass-based fibre-reinforced plastic, were worn by troops during the Battle of Okinawa in 1945. In 1969, the company American Body Armour was founded and began to produce a patented combination of quilted nylon faced with multiple steel plates. This armour configuration was marketed by Smith & Wesson under the trade name Barrier Vest.
So what I am wearing here is actually a Smith & Wesson police barrier vest. This is one of the first armored vests in common US police service. It does also have a smaller plate in the back, and then this blue stuff is nylon.
Well, I guess if you make the guns that kill people, it makes sense to develop armour against those very weapons. In 1971, research chemist Stephanie Kwolek discovered a liquid crystalline polymer solution. Its exceptional strength and stiffness led to the invention of Kevlar, a synthetic fibre woven into a fabric and layered, that by weight has 5 times the tensile strength of steel. Kevlar vests are now widely used as body armour.
The thing, that's funny.
No.
Kind of, yeah. Or is it not? I don't know. This is amazing. Look what happened. It didn't come out.
Thank you for your interest in our channel. Like and subscribe and consider supporting our work.